Welcome back to CBS 7. I'm Marshall Hughes at a rainy Ratliff Stadium. Rain has fallen here for the past hour, still coming down very strong. Let's talk about football, though. Permian against Odessa. Tonight, the crosstown rivalry, the 57th edition of that rivalry, is set to be a good one. Now, if you're feeling real adventurous, the Pacific Ocean is just a couple miles away. You can rent one of these bicycles, come on down here, maybe test out some surfing. That sound good, guys?
Yeah.
There is no doubt the stars at night are big and bright in the state of Texas, but on Fridays, it's the stadium lights that put those stars to shame.
Well, I heard earlier today you already got a workout in Odessa, is that right?
Got to work out, and no matter where I'm at, I'm going to get it in.
So a guy, with your work ethic, do you think that plays a part in your success?
Texas Tech is now allowed just 2 runs in 5 games. It's the pitching that counts. Chris Sadberry did it Saturday, and today, well, you saw it was Dylan Dusick with a dominating performance.
Have you hit a home run in Little League?
A grand slam.
You hit a grand slam this season?
Yes, sir.
What?
In Texas, we do things big. So how big a video board are we talking about? Well, you see the one behind me. This is the one that currently stands at Ratliff Stadium. Been there about 10 years. It's a decent size. And you see the video screen. You can fit about 5 of those in the new video board. It's going to be 27 feet high by 50 feet wide, all for a cool $1.2 million. For the record, I found out about Ellis's injury after I agreed to try the sport out myself.
Feeling quite nervous.
They paired me with Big White. I was having problems way before I had to worry about the bull.
Smash it down.
There's nothing quite like sitting on an animal that weighs about the same as my car.
Oh. Big White looks angry.
Pull it back towards you just a little
Is Big White getting mad when that happens?
Yeah, he knows it's go time. When it feels good, go ahead and on.
Okay. All right, let's do it.
I'll be honest, may or may not have changed shirts with an actual bull rider. We'll leave that for, who knows? There's a good chance that you weren't a fan of the way Cam Newton acted after Super Bowl 50. It's not a news story, but it's the latest story. Many are calling Cam a sore loser after he wore a hooded sweatshirt to his press conference only to walk out during the middle. Could he have acted better? Sure. Does it really matter? Well, some are saying it sets a bad example for kids that call him their role model. I started playing tackle football in the 1st grade. My team made it to the championship game every year, and we lost every time. My high school team lost in the 3rd round of the playoffs my senior year. I didn't want to talk to anyone after those losses, and not because I saw someone do the same thing on TV. It was because I hate to lose, just like Cam. And minor moments. We're talking about Super Bowl 50 here. He's been criticized all season because he apparently has too much fun on the field. For every dab he throws down after scoring, well, a kid in the stands is also getting a free football from him. Now we're calling him a sore loser? Yeah, maybe, but that's not the worst title you can give someone these days. That's my take. Here's Cam's. We've hit the dog days of summer. The Midland Rockhounds are on the road in Corpus Christi tonight. The team is once again filled with players who you could see in the big leagues one day, but none of them own the title of being the fan favorite. That belongs to a yellow Labrador Retriever. A ballpark is a dog's paradise. I hadn't really thought about it until I met Bailey, but all the essentials are there. Green grass, leftover food from concessions, and an endless supply of chew toys. At least the dog thinks so. The Midland College baseball team takes the field in Lubbock tomorrow night as the #1 seed in the Region 5 tournament. The Shaps will have the same lineup and pitching staff that they've had all season. There will be one small add-on, though, that could make all the difference.
My name is Carson and I'm the batboy.
He works anonymously. No jersey needed, just a shiny red helmet and a freshly washed pair of baseball pants. He's the batboy. It's an age-old tradition in baseball. Kids have been lacing him up for their bigger, stronger counterparts since the late 1800s. A lot of teams and franchises have done without them over the years, but not at Midland College.
It's a huge part of our team. Having him in the dugout with us, it kind of sets a temperament, because we got a young kid in there. And so he provides a bit of a calming effect for us.
He's the best bat boy out there for sure in the country.
Carson Luter is a 7-year-old first grader from Greenwood. I noticed Carson at the first Shaps game I covered earlier this season and have watched him sprint back and forth from the dugout to home plate ever since. The kid takes his job seriously.
Have you hit a home run in Little League?
A grand slam.
You hit a grand slam this season?
Yes, sir.
What? Nice. Hey, dude, so you're the bat boy for this team. What's your favorite part about that?
Getting the bats.
You like getting the bats? You're quick at it, too.
He kind of got started through taking the batting camp out here, and they asked him to come be the bat boy, and he came and did that. Loves it. Just he loves baseball, so he reads a lot of books about baseball. His favorite player is Babe Ruth.
Most 7-year-olds don't know much about Babe Ruth. What do you know about Babe Ruth?
That he was the best baseball player who ever lived.
What did he name his baseball bat?
Bella.
He did? You have a name for your bat?
I named it Bella too.
You named your bat Bella?
I wanted to.
Midland College is potentially 4 wins away from returning to the Junior College World Series. Tomorrow will be the first road trip for Carson. Who knows? Maybe he's just what the Shaps need to go all the way.
Just seeing how much fun he has being up here, and I mean, it's awesome just having him around. I'm sure we learn just as much from him as he learns from us.
Carson has bigger plans after his bat boy days are over. Last year during a school project, he wrote down that he wants to be a Midland College baseball player when he grows up.
Hopefully I'll still be here coaching, and if I am, Carson will be on my team.
Friday nights in May are all about the playoffs. No, not in the NBA or the NHL. Friday nights in West Texas, well, they're focused on high school baseball and softball postseason action. The Permian Lady Panthers running into Lubbock Coronado in Big Spring tonight. Lady Mojo getting on the board first. After that Coronado pass ball, it's Hannah Banker crossing home without a problem. Lady Mustangs led 3-1 at that point. Miranda Martinez pitching for Permian. She's been the team leader all season. She gets the strikeout. Lady Mojo held on to win 5-4. The Midland Lady Bulldogs meeting Friendship in Seminole. Midland coming in 25-8-1 this season. Ace Deandra Allen in the circle, pick it up in the second inning. Destiny Vindiola putting Friendship on the board. Allen would tack on a pair of strikeouts, though, to end the inning, and she would be hot. Midland goes on to win 9-1. The series continues tomorrow at noon. Let's talk Andrews and Big Spring clashing in Midland tonight. This had to be the biggest crowd of the night in the area. We're tied at 4 apiece. Big Spring can take the lead with that hit. It's Izzy Solis making contact, but the Stangs grab the out, but not the win. That belongs to the Lady Steers. They used 8 innings to win 6-4. The series goes to Game 2 tomorrow at 1. Let's go to Lubbock for Forsan and Lockney. Bottom of the first, it's Forsan's Rosario Munoz sending it over the left field wall. It's a 2-run homer. Lady Buffs lead 2-1, but Shelby Coates said, "I'll do one better." Coates has herself a grand slam. Lockney wins 12-8. Game 2 still ongoing tonight. Over to our scoreboard. Alpine cruising along, barely though, over Kermit tonight, 8-7. It was in Crane. That series tomorrow morning, moving to Game 2 at 10. Turning to baseball tonight, both the Midland Bulldogs and Lee Rebels found themselves in the area round, along with 8 other high school programs in the basin. Let's start with the Dogs in Lubbock against Amarillo in Game 1. Ethan Barker landing a base hit into left. That'll score Court Hale, gives the Dogs the lead, but Amarillo would respond in the bottom of the frame with 2 outs. It's Clay Colzer firing a cannon way over the left field wall. Amarillo wins 15-8. Bad weather suspended Game 2 until tomorrow. That's going to be at 10 a.m. Amarillo comes in with a 3-0 lead. The Fort Stockton Panthers in Greenwood against Sweetwater for a playoff doubleheader. Sweetwater taking Game 1 4-1, so Fort Stockton on the attack to start Game 2. Marabi Ramirez is the leadoff batter. He grabs the double, but he's going to get left stranded to end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the frame. Here comes Sweetwater. John Clift steps in with 2 on. It's an RBI double to the wall in left. But Fort Stockton says, no problem. They get the win 8-3. They force a Game 3 tomorrow right back at Greenwood. The Andrews Mustangs travel to Lubbock to meet Pampa in the area round. Stangs at the dish. That's Ryan Stevens making contact, but Pampa turns the double play. The Harvesters would strike first. It'll be Zach Hill taking Lance Wasson's pitch for an RBI. And 1 run is coming in to score. Pampa takes a 1-0 lead. Last update we saw had Andrews on top 8-2 in the 5th.